the Godfather. The Godfather. 2020 was a bitch. What? All I wanna do is this. What? 2021. Come on. A nigga thought he was done. Hating ass bitches everywhere. Dick riding in the air. Good guys better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Hating ass bitches everywhere. Dick riding in the air. Good guys better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Hating ass bitches everywhere. Dick riding in the air. Good guys better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Hating ass bitches everywhere. Dick riding in the air. Good guys better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Last year was a bitch. Good guys took over this shit. All I wanna do is this. New niggas from everywhere. New niggas didn't sit and stare. D-Durrell was always aware, but my roast was too hard to bear. There ain't no fucking stopping me. Detroit nigga pocket watching me. I rose the channel from the dead. Turn the bank account from black to red. New niggas tried to make a name. Tried to challenge me and put me to shame. 1 month after another. Can't stop the Godfather. Hating ass bitches everywhere. Dick riding in the air. Good guys better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Hating ass bitches everywhere. Dick riding in the air. Good guys better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Hating ass bitches everywhere. Dick riding in the air. Good guys better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Hating ass bitches everywhere. Dick riding in the air. Good guys better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Find a nigga fucking house soon. Word about a damn auto-tune. Let a nigga beef in peace. When you gonna release a beat? Motherfucker in the manosphere. Lame ass can't keep it real. Called channel 2 cause he couldn't take it. Next week channel terminated. Everybody gotta deal with trolls. Communist bitches with fucked up froze. Nigga lose their damn job over dough. Grown man and white fucking slow. Andrew Stewart on the last leg. No far phone from the state and feds. If I ain't talking about you, that mean you ain't working, that's the fucking truth. Hating ass bitches everywhere. Dick riding in the air. Good guys better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Hating ass bitches everywhere. Dick riding in the air. Good guys better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Hating ass bitches everywhere. Dick riding in the air. Good guys better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Hating ass bitches everywhere. Dick riding in the air. Good guys better be aware. Hating niggas better be aware. Was a bitch. All I wanna do is this. Motherfucking Godfather. 2021. Nigga thought he was done. 2020 was a bitch. All I wanna do is this. Motherfucking Godfather. 2021. What? A nigga thought he was done. Welcome, everybody. This is D-Durrell with the Manosphere. D-Durrell, the Rebirth, here once again. I appreciate everybody for coming in today. I know that I have not been dropping a lot of videos. Sorry, guys. Business is the essence of D-Durrell's life right now. And D-Durrell got a lot of shit to do. And I have to prioritize. And basically, I have to take care of business first, fun second. Now, before I get started, once again, for those that are not familiar with my content, this is The manosphere. This is not the manosphere. This is the manosphere. This is an alternative to those that may have issues with certain talking points that have been stated within the manosphere. This is a sector, or this is a space that I have created for those married guys who value the presence, the essence of a good black woman. Guys who are not about having adverse interactions with women. Guys who are not about being bitchy and catty with women all the time. Guys who are not about talking about women all day, every goddamn day, and still don't have a woman. Again, this is the manosphere, where in this space, if you are a stepfather, you are commended. If you are a guy who is taking care of one or two or more children of a woman that you feel is worthy, and those children love and care for you and appreciate your status, and they respect you and they love you, why would you deny yourself the love of having a family, particularly if you don't have any kids of your own, just because it's not the ideal of what certain people think a marriage or a family is supposed to look like? In these modern times, the traditional family is not going to be made up of two people, man and woman, who just so happen to not have children and get married. Unfortunately, in this day and time, there is a diversity among relationships that consist of people making mistakes and people having prior relationships prior to meeting you. People have a history. People have experiences. People have previous marriages, previous engagements. People just flat out make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. No one is immune from having mistakes, learning from those mistakes. And from those mistakes, you utilize those experiences to be a better person for someone else who is worthy of your time, worthy of your resources, worthy of your love, worthy of all that you have to give. And in return, they give likewise. You see, in the manosphere, we value reciprocity among women and men in relationships. We don't value a transactional relationship based on nothing, based on access to sex, access to resources. No, because relationships, as I know it, is far more than that. In the manosphere, we have people like myself who've been married over 17 years. We have people who have children, who have long-term relationships, who have had previous relationships unscorned. And they don't speak in hateful, absolute-minded behavior, in rhetoric, and hate. You see, when we look at the manosphere and also those in other different pills, pink pill, divestment, level up, SYSBM, there's a commonality of, number one, undiagnosed mental illness, trauma, poor relationships, criminality, and idiocracy, and lack of success, manipulative behaviors, etc., etc., etc. Now, as I spoke on this, I would like to highlight that this particular video is specific in response to the reactions of those who are reacting to Kevin Samuels. And many of you know that have watched and supported me. I am not, and I repeat, I am not a supporter of Kevin Samuel. Most of his rhetoric I don't agree with. Some things that I do. I totally don't appreciate the negative interaction that he has displayed on YouTube towards Black women. I think that a lot of what he stated was for money, and I don't have a problem with that. I've been on YouTube for 8 years. I'm sorry, I've been listening to YouTube consistently for 8 years. Okay, since 2014. On and off in 2000. And I didn't even come in this space until 2016. I've been in this space, per se, for 6 years. I have created content in this space for 5 years. I have seen a lot. I have heard a lot. I've experienced a lot since doing content, particularly since 2019. I didn't really start getting into to be noticed by other YouTubers until 2018. But 2019, I began to get involved in sectors. And one thing that I can say, YouTubers are unpredictable. And many YouTubers you cannot rely on, you cannot trust for various reasons. YouTubers can be very spiteful. They can be very spiteful to other YouTubers and to their subscribers, to those that donate. As I stated, as it relates to Kevin Samuel, I was never a real fan of Kevin Samuel. I watched his videos in 18, some of the stuff dealing with clothing, cologne, and the boots and shit. Yes, I watched some of it. I always questioned his sexuality. I always questioned his genuineness towards what he's saying. And I never trusted that he was truly as successful as he stated he was. I question that too. Matter of fact, I question it about anybody unless I know verifiable receipts. And there's some people that you can get verifiable receipts, and then there's those that you can't. Kevin Samuel was one that you could not. I had a conversation, guys, believe it or not. Believe this or not. I just had a conversation with my 16-year-old son about people on YouTube. And that conversation involved adults and kids on YouTube getting paid off YouTube and other social media outlets. My son talked to me about how you can get paid on other platforms besides YouTube. I did not know. According to my son, he said that you can get paid on Instagram. I didn't know that. He talked about some way that you get paid by posting so many videos and you can get paid for that, I guess. Oh, we also talked about Facebook, how you get monetized in Facebook, which like you have to get like a ton of followers, over 30,000, I think. We talked about the OnlyFans stuff that he's familiar with. And I told him I better not catch your ass on OnlyFans. Because I have caught my son being naughty on the internet. Yeah, I caught his ass looking at shit he shouldn't be looking at. And other ways in making money. I talked to my son about the little dimes that I made on YouTube, with my small following. And I had a bigger channel for those that are late to the game. I had a channel called D Durrell that had almost 5,000 subscribers. Thanks to the manosphere and some bullshitting ass Negroes from the pro-black Umar sector, they got it struck down. Still hating that shit to this day. Because that D Durrell channel was the shit. It was the shit. So, I am very disappointed, but not surprised at the reaction and the responses to Kevin Samuels' death. This is highly, highly associated with videos that I have done in the past of people on social media with all types of issues and brokenness. And they love to saturate their life with the problems of other people and the demise of others. Particularly when we're talking about Kevin Samuels, who name alone triggers emotion and a certain reaction. Specifically if you're black women, specifically if you're a black man, from one end to the other. And also the fact that there are people in the white manosphere, the fucking white manosphere. The bigger part of the manosphere that hasn't gotten any traction, who is jealous of the popularity of Kevin Samuels, who are jealous that they have never developed one individual to have 50% of the success rate, the success of Kevin Samuel over the last 2 years. The white manosphere, who is full of meth heads, who's full of trashy white people, who are full of fucking true fundamental misogynistic incels and racists. The white manosphere, when they spoke on Kevin Samuel, they spoke of him being a thief. They stole from him. So are you telling me, white manosphere, are you saying that the black manosphere stole from you? Are you telling us that Kevin Samuels stole from you? Now, I could see if there were content creators in the black manosphere who stated that Kevin stolen from their rhetoric. Kevin has stolen from their talking points and phrases. But who the hell are you? Nobody gives a damn about the Better Bachelor. 21 Impossibilities. Nobody cares about you all. Nobody cares about y'all. Who cares? Nobody care about a goddamn 21 convention and old Uncle Tom ass Donovan Sharp. Nobody cares. Are you upset that the manosphere, the black manosphere, is more popular than you? Are you serious? Bulldog mindset. Silly motherfuckers. 21 Studios, dumbass. It's crazy. Are you upset you don't have anyone that can match Kevin Samuels' success, notoriety, pathway to what we perceive as mainstream? But he's not. He's nowhere near mainstream. And that's just a fact. That is just a fact. I'm going to say this. The reactions to this man's death, to me, shows a lack of humanity in this black YouTube space and in social media. When you have people celebrating the death of somebody, that is un-black American. Because black people in normal society and in previous generations would never dare to do that dumb shit. Never. It's against many of them so-called religion to do so. It is. All of these guys in the white manosphere that stuck their nose where it don't belong, and then the quote-unquote clout chasers, the Negroes when Kevin Samuel first came out in 18. These same Negroes that hated him, called him gay, called him all kinds of names, Sissy, B1 Network, Kitty Hills, Kevin Samuel Defense Forces full of people who were anti-Kevin Samuels in 18 and 19. Then all of a sudden, when the summer of 2020 hit, they all of a sudden had a change of heart. I know, because I was there. So can't nobody tell me shit. Can't nobody tell me shit about the manosphere. Because everybody in the manosphere know I was fucking there. I don't give a damn if you was one of the hottest of the hot, the big, larger platforms, all the mid-level, low-level. I'm known throughout that space by a lot of people. I am. No, my platform is not the biggest. No, it's not the most popular. Yes, a lot of my talking points and place in the manosphere was actually debating the stupid ass concepts that they brought up. So of course I'm going to get hate. But when you speak, when you have people speaking and laughing and celebrating someone's death because he said things that you didn't like, because he actually told some truths, not a lot of truths, but some truths, or you just didn't like what the hell he stated. Where is your maturity? Where is your humanity? I understand that this man has different levels to his life, different dynamics. The fact that he is a father, may have not been a good father, but he is a father. I don't know his relationship with his daughter. Obviously, is lackluster. He has a mother that has to now bury her son. How do you think that feels? Put yourself in his mother's shoe, having to bury your own child. For those that want to think this shit is funny, you want to bury? You want to bury your own child? What do you think that feels like? Some of you may have done it. Some of you don't even have children, particularly red pill, because y'all niggas can't get no ass. So you can't have no children if you ain't fucking. And that's the reason why you're so goddamn mad every goddamn day. You never had the opportunity to experience the release of a woman. I get it. It's a great feeling, by the way. The manosphere itself did not embrace Kevin Samuel initially. The manosphere did not embrace Kevin Samuel until Kevin Samuel became popular. And that's just the hard fucking facts. And I challenge anyone in the manosphere to debate that shit against me. Because I saw the shit. I saw how y'all mistreated Kevin Samuel when he was back in 1819. I saw it, and even 20. The only person that really truly took him with open arms was O'Shea and BGS. That's it. That is fucking it. So damn what y'all saying. And for the women, the divestors, the pink pill, the man is the white, the woman sphere, and black you, all the women. I'm like, ladies, I get it, man. Y'all don't like this guy. Y'all felt he was the devil. But this guy, yes, he didn't live the fucking lifestyle that he claimed and so on. He didn't live by his own tenets. Well, who the fuck does in this site? Who the fuck? Even the red pillars in the manosphere, they don't live by the shit either. Look at the shit Fantastic did. And others. Game Changer. Look at the shit he got involved in. And other motherfuckers who was simping their ass. Even Ramil. They don't live the lifestyle that and by the talking points that they create. Nobody does. Look at Angry Man, a progenitor of the fucking space. Now he frolicking around with fucking Steve the Dean and shit on the very fucking shit that he created. This shit is all a fucking money grab. This is all a money grab. It's about getting the fucking bag and saying rhetoric that placates to fucking unintelligent people who are gravitating towards something that they can belong to, and they don't mind paying for it. YouTube is not about being right. It's about being liked. You have to be liked first before somebody realizes you tell the truth. If you're not liked, people don't think you're telling the truth, even if you have the credentials and the training and experience to validate yourself. Like myself. All of the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and educated things that I've talked about, unpeeling their data, unpeeling their rhetoric, even debates in which numerically I lost, but I know academically or scholastically I won. Go check the tapes out on TPOT. All of my debates. I clearly won those fucking debates. From a scholastic and intelligent standpoint. But I lost those debates numerically because the people did not like me. And that's just the God honest truth. There's no way around that. And I really don't have a problem with that. I really don't have a fucking problem with it. I really don't. But there's no way in hell I'm going to celebrate the death of somebody, the transitioning from the living world to the spiritual world. I would never do that. The shit is not funny. Making a mockery of this man. And I get it. You hate his guts. If my 16-year-old son can process that that's not a good look or good behavior, well, I sure would think that 30, 40, 50-year-old people would also do the same. And it's not. And listen, you can do whatever you like on your channel or people you subscribe and say whatever the hell you want. I'm just saying it looks horrible that people were highly affected by a man teaching certain things, which I think were not beneficial to the black community. Actually, was to our detriment. And people bought it into it, and they paid for it. Kevin Samuel live streams were doing well over $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 plus a night. The man was making money. I don't know about this shit. People saying that he was broke with $1,000 in his bank. I don't think so. Now, if you would have told me this back in 2020, we began to just start to make money, was in his evolution of where he's at now, I would say, yeah, that probably was true because Kevin was broke. Kevin didn't make a lot of money on YouTube. He dressed the part, he looked the part, but his bank account didn't say the part. Last year, I think he really started kicking in gear. And this year, he was making great money. Money that many of you would never see on your best day. Kevin Samuel didn't engage in beefs. That was not his style. But when you're saying he didn't do this, ha ha ha, he was with the fat Hispanic chick. Guys, stop it. Because many of you Negroes would have had sex. You would have fucked that Hispanic woman just as well. And some of the women who are of bi-curious or bisexuality and so on, you all would have been with her too. Stop it. And some of you Negroes would have paid for it just like he did. No, his life romantically didn't reflect the things that he stated online. So fucking what? So what? Most people do not want to create channels and personas based on their real life. Most people want to be and act a different way, like myself. I enjoy acting differently and saying different things in other sectors, not being myself. Going on here as a form of escapism. And I understand that from a certain point. But everybody has a license to act and indulge in whatever type of content they want and to present it in whatever ways that they want. You can't dictate how people are going to respond to your content. They're either going to listen or they're not. Or they're going to listen to support or listen to disparage. I have seen it both from both sides. Look at the honest truth. Look where he's at. Look at Taz abusives. Look at their rhetoric. Now I gotta say this. What the hell gonna happen to J.R. Wisdom? Because J.R. Wisdom is gonna be the biggest fucking loser of Kevin Samuel. That shit is funny. That Negro channel is done. He had about 60K subscribers off of Kevin Samuels' name. What the fuck is he gonna talk about now? Well, I can say now for old JR, if you don't have a game plan, Mr. Wisdom, your channel going down too. And everybody that made content consistently off of Kevin, your channels are going to be dead because you spent time focusing on another man instead of focusing on improving your content. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And there are so many others. Every time Kevin goes live, next day you're editing the live. I think Kevin's understood that people wanted to connect with him because of his popularity and for access to resources. Yes. I just wanted to have this conversation with y'all. I just wanted to have it because I think this was something that needed to be talked about. You know, people are happy a man died. People are not, there are tons of people who are not willing to put their personal beliefs aside and say, hey, listen, I didn't fuck with Kevin. Kevin wasn't really my thing, but I wish his family the best. They have my condolences. Just a simple ass gesture. No, couldn't do that. They couldn't, nor do they want to. So this is where we are. This is the content for the next few weeks till it dies down and other people are going to go on to other things. I wasn't even going to do another video on this until I saw the despicable reactions. People laughing, people cheering and clapping. It's sad, but it's the reality. It's a YouTube reality of people that are willing at the same time you're putting Kevin Samuel in the goddamn topic to get views. Because you know if you put your name in it, it wouldn't get as many. Kevin Samuel's demise, if you want to call it that, will not pay your bills. It will not give you a high value man or woman. It won't pay your bills. It won't improve your life. It won't enhance your life. It won't do anything for you to trash how he went out. It won't. So I wanted to make a point to discuss this because I felt it should be talked about from my perspective. Shout out to all the mothers. Have a happy Mother's Day to each and every one of the women. Now, I want to point this out for the women. Notice today is Mother's Day. This day is for you and for you only. Okay? So, for the ladies in the house that are listening and who will listen to replay, notice this day is for you and you only. So, when Father's Day comes, I would like to express that you show the same respect. Allow Father's Day to be for you and for the men and the men only. I'm so sick of on social media where I would see on Father's Day women saying, my child told me happy Father's Day. I'm celebrating Father's Day because I'm the father too. The total disrespect to fathers as a father. See, men don't go around saying happy Mother's Day to me. Women shouldn't go around saying Happy Father's Day to me. Enjoy your day. It is your day. Your children are celebrating the essence of you in their life, the love that you exude, and in return, they give it back. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Again, this is the Menosphere. This is D. Darrell. Y'all have a great day. Peace.